Do you think paying for a property or for a land means that you own it? Yes or no? Type in the comment section. Do you think that the fact that you have made payment or you have sent money to somebody back home and they have maybe shown you a receipt, or maybe they have accepted that yes, they have received the money, or the fact that you have given the money to a real estate company and they have given you an acknowledgement receipt means that you own that land? Yes or no? Type in the comment section. In this video, I'm going to be explaining, or we're going to be discussing, the ownership trap, right? That is, in other words, the wrong order. What are those things that you do that makes you think you have ownership over a property, whereas you don't actually have ownership over that property? Hello and welcome back to this channel. My name is Adega Daniel and I am your favorite real estate consultant here in the city of Buea, Cameroon, and I am also the lead marketer at Property Trust Group. My goal in this channel is to educate you and inform you so that you make high return on investment in real estate or in your land banking journey here in the city of Buea and Cameroon at large. In this video, we are going to be looking at the ownership trap or the wrong order. What are those things that you do that makes you think you have ownership over a particular property when you actually do not? The first thing that I wrote down here is paying before verifying ownership. You pay a property and then you think that you have ownership of that property, and then later on you go and start verifying if the property is truly genuine or not. Maybe because it is you are buying from an uncle, or maybe because an uncle and an auntie recommended that property for you. You just rush and you make payment thinking that you have ownership over that property. You do not have ownership over a particular piece of land after you've made payment. You have ownership over a particular piece of land after the documents of that particular land, or the genuine documents, have been transferred in your name. In fact, payment only makes you vulnerable and makes you weaker in the decision-making table of buying a property, because the moment you pay, you become scared, right? You're like, okay, what's happening? Please do this. Please don't do this. Please, why are you not sending me the document? Why are you not doing this? So make sure you verify all ownership documents before you make your payment, right? Number 2, trusting family consensus instead of legal ownership. Consensus simply means agreement. So you trust family agreement instead of legal ownership. So because you want to buy a land from a particular family and then they tell you that this property is owned by my sibling, or this property is owned by my grandfather or my grandmother, who is telling you that? Who? You have to verify the ancestral ownership of that property. Remember, it's your hard-earned money we are talking about here, and you don't want to lose your hard-earned 5, 10 million or 5,000, 10,000 or $20,000 just like that. You cannot be careless in the process of buying land. Just because somebody says something doesn't mean you should take the person for its words, because in real estate there is money, I kid you not, and most people in that real estate have their interest just in the money, and they don't really care about helping you. They don't really care about helping you invest your hard-earned money in the best real estate deals in town, especially the one-on-one real estate agents who just want to have money, who are just looking for money. They'll just be like, this land is owned by this person. When somebody tells you, for example, that this land is owned by my uncle, tell the person to take you to the uncle's place. Or if you're abroad, let your trustworthy person go there, talk with the uncle and ask the uncle who is the general overseer of the property. If the uncle is old enough, he will know the ancestral ownership or the history of that land. Let the uncle, in fact, people who are knowledgeable always want to share their knowledge and experience. They will tell you this land was owned by this person, now it went to this, to this, to this, and you are going to see the chronology at which ownership was transferred from one person to another. So do not trust word of mouth, right? And some other people will tell you the land is under succession, the land was inherited from this to this. Please do not trust the word of mouth. And all of this stress of buying from a private individual is what I would not even advise you to do. Right now in Boya, the Cameroon real estate market is even going corporate. There are trusted real estate companies that are coming up massively. You can, approach a good and trusted real estate company or a trusted real estate consultant that is working with a trusted real estate company, so that when you want to buy a property, all of this due diligence of checking who owns the land, the ancestral ownership and stuff like that, which you should still know, but it won't be like an obligation now for you because the real estate company has done all of the due diligence for you. So it's just for you to just, look for this real estate agent, tell them what you want, they look at it for you, because most real estate agents have departments, right? There are departments like Property or Land Inspectorate Commission, where before they buy a piece of land, this committee goes and does a proper land inspection. They ask the neighbors who is the owner of the land. They go to the chief with a bottle of wine and an envelope to ask if the person who is claiming that he or she is the owner of the land is truly the owner, and if it's the land that is owned by the chief will call his cabinet and some members of the village or the elders or the titled people. They sit down, they drink, they celebrate, and then they transfer ownership of that property, right? So don't trust family consensus. Make sure you do legal verification before you buy a property. And number 3, you are using the wrong documents to conclude a deal. A sales agreement, for example, is not a transfer of ownership document, or is not a legal document that backs or shows that you own a property. When it comes to customary lands, the ultimate document is a chief attestation. That is a document issued by a chief to you who is buying the land, to show that this land now belongs to you. Why the oga kwata of them all, that is the biggest of the documents, is a land certificate. A land certificate is a legal document that proves absolute ownership over a particular piece of land recognized by the government. Do you know that even the government cannot take away your land from you when you have a land certificate? They can't. The only way they can is if they compensate you legally and duly. For example, I have a friend who owns a printing press at Moliko. The neighbor had an empty land, and the NAO, that is the company, the national company that supplies electricity and power all over the country, wanted to use part of that land to plant an antenna. And they saw the man, spoke with him, and gave him hundreds of millions before they could buy that small piece of land in order to plant that pillar there. Now, the only reason why the company could give that man that amount of money for that small piece of land is because he had legal ownership over the property. If he had only shown a sales receipt and he did not show any document that shows that the government is backing his ownership of that property, they might not have even given him anything. They would have just said this property is owned by the government, just that the government didn't want to take it away at that time because of this and that and that. So make sure that you get the right document, right? If you are abroad and you want to buy a property, tell the real estate company to scan the documents and send you the soft copy. You can upload in your iCloud or your Google Drive and save it there. The time you need it, you can download and you print. That's the original document, right? And that's also if you don't want to receive the document through DHL. Maybe you can a trusted family member, or maybe you don't even want your family members to know or notice that you are buying a property. They can parcel your documents and send it through DHL or through any other means. But by all means, make sure that the right document is transferred to you. And number 4, skipping land registry confirmation because they tell you that all documents are available, and maybe they even show you the documents. Another wrong thing that Cameroonians abroad do, and even high net worth individuals here in the country, is that you skip land registry confirmation because somebody is telling you that this document is there. It doesn't matter how many documents they show you that are available, even if it's a land title, right? Your property lawyer or your surveyor should be able to carry that land title to the land registry and ask for the true certified copy of that land title. Make sure that they verify, and then because on the land title, an original survey or site plan of that property is always attached to it. They should make sure that the land title number or the title number is correct and it corresponds. The coordinates, you can even check the coordinates of the property on Google, to really check whether a land is genuine or exists at all, is on Google, right? I will do a video on how to check the existence or the coordinates of a land on Google to see whether that land exists or not. Shortly, maybe next week, I'll do that video and then I'll upload. So make sure that you verify the authenticity of a document, right? Note that fake titles exist, right? Old titles also get confused. People can play around with the titles. They can change the details and so on and so forth. It is only verification and confirmation at the land registry that will give you full faith and believe that that property, that document is genuine. And the fifth but not the least is rushing the process because of FOMO. FOMO is FOMO, fear of missing out. Please, if you ever get into any real estate deal and the real estate agent or the real estate company is putting pressure on you and send the money fast, the land is not going, and they don't want you to do due diligence, you are asking questions they don't want to answer, they're like, no, please just send the money, please run. Just run. That is a red flag. Don't be in a rush to buy a property. We are talking about your hard-earned money here. Don't be, especially for you who is a Cameroonian abroad. I've gotten a lot of complaints from some of my clients who have said I've been scammed not once, not twice, not 3 times. And when I ask, some of them are like, no, it's because the agent was saying that if I pay 10 million today, they are going to give me the property. I wanted to do verification. And don't be in the haste. If it's your property, it's your property. You are going to definitely buy it, right? Of course, I know that there are always scarcity marketers or real estate agents raise scarcity, and real estate companies raise scarcity on an urgency on their property sales. But calm down. If you have the money, buy. If you don't have the money and you have half the money, you can propose to them, do you have installmental payment? Do they accept? If they accept, you give to them. If they don't, then keep your money, just keep piling up and piling up. The right deal will come for you. So these are the 5 wrong ways in which people engage the process of buying land, which you should avoid. I hope you have learned. And remember the first question I asked, do you think that paying for a property means that you own it? Do you think that just the fact that you have sent money to a real estate company or to a real estate agent and they have issued you maybe a transfer agreement or a receipt means that you own the property? Yes or no? Type in the comment section. It's already 15 minutes and I hope you've gotten a lot of value. I'll be dropping the next video soon, in the next 2 to 3 days, so stay tuned to this page. I remain your favorite real estate consultant, Adega Daniel, here in the city of Boya, Cameroon. And by the way, if you learned, click the like button, subscribe to this channel so that anytime I drop valuable teachings like this on how to invest your hard-earned money in the best real estate deals here in the city of Boya, you will be the first to know. See you on the next one.